Have you ever noticed something strange? At the beginning of a new goal, you feel powerful, you feel ready. You tell yourself, this time will be different. But then, right when it matters most, right when you should push forward, your motivation disappears.
Not slowly, not gently. It vanishes.
And you're left wondering, what's wrong with me? Today, I want to tell you a story that explains why this happens, and more importantly, how to stop it from happening again. In a quiet town, there lived a man named Elias. Elias wasn't lazy, he wasn't stupid, and he wasn't afraid of hard work. In fact, Elias was full of ideas. Every few months, he felt a surge of motivation. He would wake up early, write plans, make promises to himself. This time, he would say, I will change my life. But the same pattern always followed. After a few days, sometimes a few weeks, his energy dropped. The excitement faded. The plans felt heavy, and eventually, Elias stopped. Not because he failed, but because he lost the desire to continue. That confusion stayed with him. One night, Elias sat alone, staring at an unfinished notebook. He whispered, "Why do I always quit when I'm so close?" Days later, he met an old woman who ran a small roadside tea shop. She noticed the tired look in his eyes. "You look like someone who's fighting himself," she said calmly. Elias let out a weak laugh. "That's exactly what it feels like." He told her everything, the motivation, the plans, the sudden emptiness. She listened. Then she said something unexpected. "Motivation doesn't disappear," she said. "It gets overwhelmed. When you start something new," she continued, "your mind rewards you immediately. You imagine success, you imagine praise, you imagine the future version of yourself. Your brain releases pleasure before the work begins." "But here's the problem," she said. "Your brain thinks the reward is already happening. So when real effort arrives, when discomfort shows up, when progress becomes slow, your mind asks a dangerous question. Why suffer now if I already felt good earlier?" That's when motivation collapses, not because you're weak, but because your brain is protecting itself from pain. Elias felt his chest tighten. He had always believed motivation was something you either had or didn't. He never realized it was something you could spend too early. The woman poured him another cup of tea. "Think of motivation like firewood," she said. "If you burn it all at the beginning, you'll have nothing left for the cold night." She looked at him and added, "Strong people don't feel motivated all the time. They move even when motivation is gone." In that quiet moment, Elias finally understood. He didn't lose motivation at the hardest moment. He had used it up at the easiest one. The next morning, Elias tried something new. He didn't hype himself up. He didn't imagine success. He didn't tell anyone his plan. He chose one small action, and he did it quietly. When doubt appeared, he didn't argue with it. He worked anyway. Some days felt dull, some days felt heavy. But something strange happened. Because he wasn't chasing motivation, it slowly stopped running away. His actions became stable. His mind became quieter. Progress became real. Weeks later, Elias returned to the tea shop. "I didn't wait to feel ready," he said. "I just moved." The woman smiled. "That's because motivation follows evidence, not dreams." She leaned closer and said softly, "When your brain sees proof, small wins, repeated effort, it creates motivation naturally." "For the first time," Elias said, "I trust myself." Now think about your own life. How many times did you wait for motivation instead of building momentum? How many times did you feel excited at the start and empty at the hardest point? Motivation doesn't disappear, it gets misused. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop feeding your mind rewards before effort. Move quietly, act consistently, let progress create belief. Because the people who change their lives aren't the most motivated. They're the ones who keep going when motivation is gone. If this story spoke to you, keep it close. And remember, you don't need motivation to start. You need movement to create it.